Hello, I'm going to do this demo. This is a different space. I just roughly penciled in some structure. I'm going to design and draw a floor plan, and then also the plan oblique. First, I'm just going to, from the corner, give a little bit of height. Okay. So I'm going to reconstruct the other floor plan. So measure. Five. Okay, all of them 5. Parallel drawing. This is a 5. Okay, so you can see some lines are not long enough. 5. So you don't have to measure all of them because it's parallel drawing. Move your T-square, move up. Yeah. So here is the thickness of the wall. I give a thickness of the wall outside of your space. So you should not draw into your space. If you draw the wall, it should be outside of the dimension. So here's 5 meters, and then outside is your thickness of the wall. Sometimes you can just see if it's roughly the same. Okay. Let's draw in this one too. If any of the line is wrong, later we can erase it because it's in pencil. Okay, I plan to draw this little piece, yeah, together with all of this, and then remove all the rest. Very quickly, a space. Okay, so now some design. Imagine that I'm going to have somewhere from 2 meter height. I'm going to go horizontally, and then I'm going to somehow have a structure that slanted all the way to this edge. And maybe on the floor plan, also have 1, 2, a little bit of diagonal, like a fun shape. So I'm also going to try to do some design just on the go. Okay, imagine they're about this much width on the floor. Okay, and the second one goes with a little bit diagonal. Okay. You need a floor plan. You need to draft the floor plan. So later I'm going to decide, okay, this much is horizontal. So on the floor plan, this much is horizontal, and all the rest will slanted up. Okay. corner to corner right here. Okay. And starting from here, horizontal, and then go up, connecting to this structure. And here, maybe I have some piece that's somewhere, and then go slanted all the way to. So I'm trying to teach you how to draw something that's slanted, you know, not parallel and vertical or horizontal. It has angle. So maybe just a wall. In this direction is parallel to this. But it's not all the way to the end. I think that's a little bit distance from the wall. And then it's going to be connected to this structure. So, okay. So that's kind of the idea. How do we draw it? First, all of this is on the floor plan, but it's about 2 meters high. Okay, so let's give it 2 meters high. Okay, measure. Okay, and then I do not measure anymore. I just draw a parallel line. So if this is 2, this is also 2. And so it's the same height, 2 meters and 2 meters and 2 meters. Yeah, so because it's parallel. So this structure starting from here, okay, this one is going horizontal. Okay, that's kind of a, so I brought whatever that's on my floor to 2 meters high. Okay, I give a little bit of thickness, kind of like a beam. One direction. Keep a loose end and see where it goes. Okay, it's going horizontal, but it comes to this point. From here, it would go up. So, okay, so that's where this structure is. Going horizontal and then started to go up. So I remove the wall, but this edge is still here. So from here to here, it's slanted up, but how high? Let's say 3.5. Just give a height, but I need to measure from the bottom. Okay. So measure this for 3.5. Okay, so this will go up like this. Okay. Which point joins which point? This point, and that's the height. That's the height. The height will also come all the way to here. So if this is a beam that goes horizontal, and then when it reaches this point, it's kind of like a diamond shape. So you would connect, that's the bottom, and that's the bottom. Okay, and this surface is on this edge. This vertical surface is on this edge. So the bottom to the bottom, this corner to that corner, okay? They should be parallel. If they're not, because I'm not very, very precise. Okay, this corner is going there. So this is structure. Right here is horizontal and then goes slanted, okay? So I want all of them to end up the same height. So I'm going to bring, this is a height, this is a 3.5, and plus a little bit height of the beam. So I'm going to bring this height, so the second beam end up at the same height. So the second beam, because the second beam is a little bit diagonal, it goes, so this is parallel to the wall. This is a little bit diagonal, but coming to this end. When it comes to this end, that's the height. So you bring it to this height. Again, if you see this as a section, because we removed the other structure, so you actually see this. If you like, you can shade them, okay? So this one also is the same beam, that except it's okay, from the beginning. Here is the beginning. So the bottom is here. In this case, we translated the floor plan, which is 1, 2, 3, to somewhere in the space. So this is the height, and then the bottom of the beam, the top of the beam, okay, on this surface. On this surface right here, this is the shape. Now, first to go horizontal, but it doesn't go horizontal like this because it is already diagonal, already at the angle. So let's draw and see how they meet. Okay, here's a little bit of height. Okay, this height goes, if you can do it very well, is parallel to this line. So this line is a bit hard to draw because it's not 30 degrees, so your tools are not very useful. It's angled, okay, but if you just check and see, you can probably draw pretty good parallel lines. So what happened is this, and all of them are parallel. So they would meet with your height here, okay? So this little surface right here is a vertical surface. And then let's draw a horizontal surface. Okay, so this is the top of the beam, and this is the side of the beam. This line is still this direction, okay? I'm not going to draw because I'm going to connect them. So when I connect those points, you have to know which one goes to where. Yeah. So this one is, they're very close, but they're not parallel because they're by nature is angled to each other. Okay, so here is my second beam. Then let's draw the third one. The third one on the floor plan starting from here and end up here. Okay, let's say the same height because I already established this line right here. That's the bottom of the beam. And I give a little bit of height, and the height is also the same height as others. So this parallel line is top of the beam. It comes to this corner, and then if I draw a parallel line, I would have the same height here and here. So this one will come to, on the floor plan, come to here, all horizontal, and then start to raise. I have to give a height. So the height, as I remember, is 2. Measure it again, double check. Okay, it's 2. So from here to here is still 2. Okay, so what happened is, okay, probably this is the line. If I move parallel to the bottom of the column, this is the line. So this line and this line are parallel. They're not 30 or 60 degree, but they're parallel. They would meet with this height at this point. So if I do the same, parallel, okay, parallel, parallel, okay, so it looks a little bit confusing, but here, if I highlight a little bit here, this is a side surface, a vertical surface, and that's the top surface. So also this little line right here is also going parallel to here. Okay, so this piece right here is going horizontal and then going upwards. So I do need to establish the height from here. Okay, that's the point. It goes from here to here to here. So that height is going to be the same height as this line right here. That line is the height. Okay, wait. Okay, that's not correct because it comes to here. That's the height. Okay, but from here, then draw a parallel line. It's getting very, very sophisticated. Well, you kind of need to see which line indicating what height. Okay, this line right here indicating all of this height. They all go parallel, so they are the same height. But comes to this edge. Yeah, this is kind of a behind. If I could draw in a column. This is kind of like a column. Okay. So this height, that surface is behind. We would not see, and of course that's also behind. But in any case, very vaguely, it met the same height. Translated to this corner is to this point. Okay, so it's a bit messy, but in any case, when this piece, the top of this column raises up to this surface, it raises up to this height right here. That's the height. And the width is kind of only at half of the column. So if you see, there are a lot of parallel little surfaces. So this point then joins to this. Okay, really odd, but that's how technical drawing works. And this surface goes to, that point goes to here. That surface is probably a little bit twisted from the view that we see. Let's see, maybe I have, yeah, I think it's good guess. So, and then we end up with a line here. We want to draw parallel to this. This arm is really odd. If you don't get it, then no worry. Okay, that's the side surface. So this is kind of like section. After I remove the wall, I would see the end of this beam. So 1, 2, 3 like this, and this you do see that's parallel to the back wall, so they do look horizontal, and then they start to raise up. So they are very strange. Okay, so move on to do something rather simple. Okay, but one more thing is, in any of the drawing, okay, this is less intellectual, is just a break. In any of the drawing, there's a point that gets really messy, so you needed to start to use line weight to help yourself to understand what this structure really is. So I'm highlighting, just draw a much heavier line to show the structure. So that's a heavy line weight, okay? And then when you trace it over, you should use a different line weight. So that shows the structure of this. And then I do want to still keep this, although the wall is removed, I still need to see this. Okay. And the corner, okay. Now you can start to draw so that you can see some of the line. If you don't think it's needed, you can erase or make it really light. So that's the inner wall, so do not draw that line anymore, because that you really don't see, that's the outside. Okay. Here is this line. Yeah, that's the wall. And yeah, okay. Okay, that's this drawing.